Fellow Sierra Leoneans, this na Dr. Sylvia Blyden, and today, February 14th, 2022. This na audio number 055, wey na me 55th audio in my ongoing series of address to the people of Sierra Leone. Today, Monday, we're on Valentine's Day, and it's very, very early in the morning hours of Monday because it's night of Sunday the 13th. Don't roll into Monday the 14th now. Make I use this opportunity for tell all we young girls and young boys and young ladies, college students, young men, say we're going to enjoy Valentine's Day today, February 14th. Make una do so responsibly. We don't want November 14, forget a lot of unplanned additions to the population of Sierra Leone. In other words, we don't want unplanned pregnancies and unplanned babies. So please, enjoy yourself. Valentine's Day now for young people them, and of course older people as well, but mostly for the young ones them. Enjoy yourselves, but enjoy yourselves responsibly. For me, Valentine's Day also can be a sad day because, like today, February 14, 2022, mark exactly 5 years where we lost we daddy. Where daddy mean die on Valentine's Day 5 years ago. My daddy was a great man. Now he write the national pledge where we can read out. Now my daddy write him. He served this country with distinction. He served this country as a great man. And I'm very proud of him. Unfortunately, in recent times, because of the time we and it's by Kamara believe say if I practice politics, I mean get forgets that in poppy for just say all types of horrible things about my daddy. We not true. To the extent of even saying my daddy me then a bush now then start RUF with Fodi Sankor. My daddy from where born till he die, no one see rebel safe before I say talk to rebel. It was just very unfortunate that such a great man then for try for poil in memory because of just cheap politics where Anes by Kroma they play. But I believe in God, and I know say God go ensure say they all we don't plan for poil good people that names them. Good people them we don't serve this country like me daddy. Good man, Edward Walter Babatunde Gustavus Blyden. Great man in this country. They just decide to them for putting name. And then you get people them way team up with Anes by Kroma in puppet for just spread this RUF and very unfair allegations them at me. But I believe in God and I know say then go see him. Now today, of course, I just want to hear some music in the background where they play. I enjoy myself today. I enjoy myself. That was too bad. Yeah. And the music, this one they enjoy right now. Jantori Kutu, Akata Rele. Anyway, my people, akata ole, tifi wai wai, akata ole, tifi wai wai. Okay, my people, I mean, just they enjoy that song there. I mean, they playing at the background. A famous, one of my cousin, they actually now sing there. He like for play. And it's quite appropriate, that it happened with the play, because today we can talk about Tiffy, Jankoliko, Freetown Mayor, Yvonne Agisoya, Tiffy, Jankoliko, Akata Ole. We will rub much fun and small bit. But let's just come to the first topic for today, when this issue of the spiritual realm. The last time I sent out this message to one green person, and the message was to His Excellency the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, about the spiritual realm, about how, because there is darkness, they cover good things the way they do in the spiritual realm, they make things the way for come more fine, smooth, and nice for them. They get state of confusion all over them things then they. I don't address anybody else except the president, because I want the president in this country for be led in a direction where no get darkness, for be led in a direction where get blessing. So now to the president I mean talk. I not even talk to him trade minister. Because the trade minister, as far as him concerned, how good did they do? As I say, as far as him concerned, how good did they do? If they go shop to shop, they lock people in shop. Say he send call then they not go, so he go lock them shop. As far as him concerned, this not the way for help the ordinary people for buy cement and iron rod cheap. As far as him concerned, I don't see nothing wrong with them. And that's not the problem. The fact that somebody so high up in decision-making process can be so proud for act in that manner there, that is they show you the state of confusion. And then kind of confusion, then they, waiting they cause them, na battle na the spiritual realm, usai people then they pray. And when they pray, then get spiritual forces, then where they join them for prayer. And if them force, then they so boku where they pray, and then prayers then they accumulate, it is darken the way of the government of President Julius Maada Bio. That's my message. Simple. Who that one for understand the message differently, I cannot force you. All I can do now for talk to the president directly. And tonight, I want to talk now again about spiritual realms, but this time I want to talk to the Chief Justice. The Chief Justice that they talk to today. See, Mr. Chief Justice, just like I tell the president, you go mean well. For example, you just do your judicial week. You free so many innocent souls them way. What say you? I mean the judiciary under your leadership. And I free so many innocent people that women just they languish, and God knows when they may for Komoyanda, if not for your wonderful judicial week. See then right there during the same judicial week, now they under you watch now the judiciary, we don't see a horrific development now Wilberforce Bottom Mango. I am talking about women, business women, hard-working women. They may get shops them. Would I get cookery shop? Would I get telephone shop? Would I get mobile phone sales? Would I get boutique? These are all, most of them, women. trading so that they can get sustenance for their family, so that they can give them picking their lunch for good school. Mr. Chief Justice, under your watch, a loophole developed in the judicial system whereby the bailiffs and the police, they don't go broke. Then women, hard-working women, gender in the economy, women, they don't go broke their shops and the means of living outside and they get in survival, women. These women feel disadvantaged. I don't personally go there, I don't go investigate this issue. I'm not going to put more on the family versus the other side, the two, because there are two people there in front of the judiciary. I am talking about the human aspect of using a loophole in the way the judiciary render justice on this matter. The judge gave an injunction, a court order, but it was an interim court order for 7 days. The judge adjourned for 2 days. On the second day, the judge was not at the court for hear. After 7 days, a loophole was created for people for say that interim injunction don't expire. So una take bulldozer, una take rare boy there, una take policeman, una go loophole then at the justice system. Now we go broke. And then bring the matter now to the judge. When they start the broking, after 2 days of broke, what did the judge do? He gave an order, ostensibly according to what you see on the document, say in the extent that already expired interim injunction. Fine. But then he adjourned the matter for 7 days. Mr. Chief Justice. For 7 days. Then they broke. Because whosoever they broke, say not receive an order. So in the broke. The police they broke. The bailiff they broke. Rare boy then they broke. Woman then shop there. Usa woman then they get them living. For feed them, picking them. Mr. Chief Justice, then woman then they not get trained for fete. What thing they go do? Then they go down on their knees for pray. Then they pray, then they shed tears to God Almighty. Because they're not able to fete. There's no way for them to get justice. These are women where sometimes for even hire lawyer, they're not going to know how to hire lawyer. Mr. Chief Justice, these women, then they go down on their knees. You are a Christian. Then they go down on their knees and then they go pray to God. And the prayers they reach now the spiritual realm. All you good way you do now the judicial week. Then people then now you duty now you may they do for freedom. So when they come out, now prayers of happiness, now in the give. Yes, God they hear when they pray, say for bless. But Mr. Chief Justice, I can tell you, the prayers where God they listen most of all are the prayers of a cry in distress, not a prayer of happiness. All the people that we don't free now the judicial week, they're happy, fine. Then pray for you, then bless you, fine. But then one them na bottom mango, those women, hard-working women, where their livelihood just go poop, just like that. Within the twinkle of an eye, their livelihood go. Mr. Chief Justice, when they go down on their knees and they pray to God, they pray to the spiritual realm, it manifests itself in the physical against whatever good you go aim for do for yourself na the judiciary. The sight for see usai woman them, they shed tears because of a loophole in the way how the judge give the court order for stop the stay of execution, for stop the execution of a previous court order. As I say, I no one go into the case of itself. But Mr. Chief Justice, that loophole will happen we cause women them for suffer so na Wilberforce, shed tears. These are what moves the spiritual realm to manifest against you in the physical. Mr. Chief Justice, right now you probably feel very powerful. Oh yes. And I can understand you feel very powerful. But Mr. Chief Justice, as a Christian, I want you to pause and think about all these negative prayers. Then people that na Wilberforce, na bottom mango. Not to dog them. Not to dog them. These are human beings and they are women. In the spiritual realm, when they go down on their knees and they pray, God, they answer such prayers. And it go most unfortunate with all the good intentions where you get. For make the cries of women in distress come and be the negativity where they block your way in the physical. Because the spiritual, the ordained say, you pass mark, Mr. Chief Justice. Mr. Chief Justice, let the judiciary not be the side way people then they able get loopholes like a waiting happens on a bottom mango. Where they say there was a loophole, the judge not come, the injunction expire, so the policeman, the rally boy them, the bailiffs, then just go broke with a woman, then they make them living. Mr. Chief Justice, in the spiritual realm, God answers such cries of distress. This is not a case we're very delicate. I'm not going to go into the issues that will surround the case. But just the loophole where the judiciary allow for exist, Naima they point out, it's very, very sad. This is what I'm talking about. A lot of the injustice they are in the society, then they manifest themselves. Eventually, when the spiritual realm, the battles will not happen at the spiritual realm. They manifest itself in the physical against whatever good you want for do. Because when those women go down on their knees, helpless, and then pray to the spiritual, they block you in the physical. That's my message. All the other one, the way they do audios for reply, I don't care about them. I'm not talking to them. I've spoken to the president, and I give a similar message now to the Chief Justice. And Mr. Chief Justice, make I also just mention, before I move off from this topic, the issue of Mohamed Kamara Mansai. Mr. Chief Justice, I know the matter not different you, it different another judge. But Mr. Chief Justice, as the head of the judiciary, let something be done. If not the bail for be varied so that it can be raised up to 1 billion leons or whatever, let it be done. But let it not be under your watch that the perception of injustice in the case of Mohamed Kamara Mansai is such that people believe that a bailable offense is not being given bail because of political considerations. Let it not be on your watch, Mr. Chief Justice. These are some of the injustices where if people then go down on their knees and then pray, God the answer. I'm not saying Mohamed Kamara is innocent of whatever they charge him for. But for keep somebody in jail for an offense that is a bailable offense, if such a person go down on his knees and he pray, God and the spiritual realm can intervene, and good things they way for come your way at the judiciary. Very good things they way for happen at the judiciary. Maybe big donor support way for come your way. Confusion might just happen in the physical. When in the spiritual, now they punish you so. Mr. Chief Justice, if you can, ensure that Mohamed Kamara Mansari get in bail. Now the next topic for today is going to be quite brief. And I want my former classmate, who was also a former health minister, Dr. Abubakar Fofana. I see in audio where they try to defend the Tifi Jankoliko Akata Ole Mayor Ivona Kisoya. First of all, the audio where the former health minister do, and not the waste time the answer because he's confused. He not even understand the issues. It's just to talk about World Bank. Me not talk about World Bank. I was very specific. I talk about Irish aid, Irish embassy money. And just like recently, I'm going for go Liberia. A lot of people they want to say I'd already set up some legal systems for activate certain things in Ireland. And we're not going to very soon on that one day. So the Irish embassy, now me talk about, not about World Bank. And I stand by everything I say. But what I find unique, now the hypocrisy of Dr. Abubakar Fofana. Because when Tifi Jangoliko Akata Ole Mayor Ivona Kisoya, they go out of their way for offend me, they beef up the allegations, they give them flesh, because, a big woman like you can describe, say, Sylvia Blyden, REF, AFRC, SLPP. When you make these false, bogus allegations from your very lofty, high position as mayor, they give beef, they give strength to the lies against me. And unfortunately, that 10 day, Dr. Abubakar Fofana, he never say one word. He lock him out. He not say nothing. Even they call me REF, AFRC, SLPP, woman of no morals, bad politician, all type of nasty. Now even me they launch against Sylvia Blyden. All my area, why I complain. And Dr. Abubakar Fofana never come out and do an audio. But now, he come out for do an audio. They try for lecture me, I know why I do the audio. Because I taught United Nations. And, waiting in link with the UN and certain ways with the UN they operate. But I want to bring to our attention, say Dr. Abubakar Fofana, a magician. A magician, like magic. What I mean by magician? Person where they disappear, so you're not able to see them. They disappear. And where they disappear, they lost from the radar. They know say it exists, they're around. I want to give you one assignment today. When I go check the Commission of Inquiry reports where SAPP, Julius Maada Bio government then do. From page 1 to the last page, all the 3 reports, findings, recommendations, everything. Dr. Abubakar Fofana, like I tell you no more, he was Minister of Health from 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18. Minister of Health. Cabinet Minister of Health from 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, till the government change office. And here we dey, President Julius Maada Bio say every single minister will serve them for investigate then a commission of inquiry. In give me own, the way they investigate me, even after me not to minister again. Money we can my account in January 2018 because they don't sack me from November 2017. Money we can my account January 2018. They investigate them. Pass again for explain tell them outside the money come out what the money mean they for. That is how thoroughly they investigate. The minister when I mean day before Dr. Abubakar Fofana. Now it was a woman. That woman they in serve for less than 2 years. Before they pull her, then bring Dr. Fofana. That woman there, when the Commission of Inquiry ready for that woman there, they thoroughly disgraced the woman. Investigate her and say them find this against her, find that against her, for pay this money, for pay that money, for this, all sorts of things. Then at the report. But this will magician, Dr. Abubakar Fofana, the kind of magic we display, Commission of Inquiry, in name not show no way. Minister, 5 years now calling us so he be minister. From 2014 till 2018 a minister. Julius Matter be no investigator. Nothing they not investigate Panam. They not investigating host the way bill. They not investigating bank accounts there. They not investigate any contract we sign. He play magic. A magician. The magic way play Matter be no able see. So Commission of Inquiry report, he not day. They not investigate them. They investigate in 2 deputy minister then. They not investigate them. And not anyone know Elizabeth Mans. Himself, they no investigator. In also a bill, they no investigator. In contract, in document, they always sign as minister. They no investigate Elizabeth Mans, APC women's leader. Aisha Takabia, minister. They no investigate Aisha Takabia. All them thing they mean sign, you know, mean do some sign and NatCom, some stuff like that. Kind of Minister of Social Welfare, Minister of Foreign Affairs. In fact, one thing, Minister of Social Welfare, because I take over from me. That was the point, but houses built, not houses built, and you know all these stuffs. In name, appear in a Commission of Inquiry. These people are magicians. They play magic. So whilst they chase some of we. Thorough one in the chase we. The likes of Abubakar Fofana there. Now magician there. But they sit there. Then they play magic. And you know why this magic they work? Because these are the people when Mother Bio get arrangement with. So once you get arrangement with people they like them why? No, we know they then go show. Now any Commission of Inquiry report, una go watch her. Elizabeth Mans, in name nobody no investigator. One no cabinet minister, nobody no investigator. Me when I see how they investigate me, then turn up, but all type of every single document where I ever sign as minister, they investigate them. After they don't sack myself, a day, Monica na my account, January 2018, the investigator, they asked me for explain. I began to take me time explain to them every single money we can on my account. But Dr. Abubakar Fofana, minister for 5 years, nobody not calling a Commission of Inquiry. Nothing. They not in name not they say. They not ask her one question. No lawyer not go there for defender because nobody not ask her nothing. So there is nothing about him. Nothing not about the one who report. It's like it not exist. A magician. So you know the kind of people where they play magic inside our political systems. Any day when they come forward, when I get for think very hard. How did these people, Minister of Health, and according to in your words, the amount of money will flow through the Ministry of Health, way in a minister, now hundreds of millions of dollars. They're not investigating nothing in Osterway bill. Nobody not investigating bank accounts. Nobody not investigating nothing but them. The magician. These are the APC magicians who Mother Bio doesn't look at, doesn't touch them. He's comfortable with them. But hey, if I mean Sylvia Blyden, and even the lady who was the minister before Dr. Abubakar Fofana, he said the investigator thorough one. Disgraced that woman there. But we have magicians like Dr. Abubakar Fofana. So there are people then, when Dr. Abubakar Fofana comes and talks to you people, keep that in the back of your mind. This man, Julius Matabio, no ever get any reason for chase him. You know when they chase him, he comfortable with him, he comfortable with Elizabeth Mans, he comfortable with Aisha Takabia. These people are magicians. Nobody not see them in a Commission of Inquiry. They play magic. Now, dear, when I always they talk to me for this even Akisoya, Tifi, Jankoliko. Dear, if you not mean talk to me, where Yvonne mean cost me, just because I point out the truth. Say not to Yvonne one green anti-corruption don't call. They don't call all the other mayor them. They don't call all the other district council chairman them. Not to this woman one green and don't call. For sake of that word they were talking. Now I made this woman cost me pickpocket. All kind word. If una no mean come, and talk to Yvonne that 10 days. Say, you not get right for call you comping Creole sister, RUF rebel. You not get right for call your own APC comrade, AFRC rebel, RUF. You not get right for telling saying a woman way not what, you know the kind of language where this lady use against me. If I mean sit down, I only encourage and enjoy the show, like how Honest by Kuroma may enjoy the show, because I still enjoy the show where Yvonne they cost me. Because in like that, because in no say, Sylvia Blyden, they against what they try for do, we not good for we country. So then don't spend so much money, so much energy, so much effort, so much time for pull me name to honor. Pull me papa in name, pull me mama in name, pull me name. But at the end of the day, I still stand strong. Me not get money. The only thing I get a blessing. That blessing I get make us still they go strong. But if una me don't sit down all this time, una not say one word where Yvonne offend me. But now we then catch Yvonne pan thief, because na thief woman. They don't catch a raw one thief. And the thief we then catch am pan. Now for 2019 no more. Just one small part where the auditors they may look. Because the thing is, all what the Anti-Corruption Commission do now for just look at the audit report of 2019. Everybody we found wanting, then call them, investigate the issue. Anything we worked for repay back, then say pay this one back. So that small part they no more. But there's a whole load of other tiffy, jankoliko, kataole, Yvonne Akisoya, tiffy, jankoliko, Yvonne tiffy, jankoliko. So if I don't sit down, when I'm in comfortable way, Yvonne they cost me. Now they don't catch Yvonne Pantif. Now Yvonne a jankoliko. Now Yvonne a akataole. Una suddenly they can't talk now say, hey, Sylvia never do this, Sylvia never do this. But una self, una hypocrite. I beg, una allow me make her enjoy this show. Now God expose this woman to this whole country for Siam. The type of things the way they happen to this woman. Even the way it try for bully in deputy mayor saying they pull am panroto rata like he able pull the deputy mayor. Pull am balosi. So even all the effort where they make, now God they showcase the real woman to una. Because God not asleep. This girl get the bold mind. They say, me na RUF rebel. Now then they join with that Honest by Kuroma and Poppy for promote all their lies here about me. They wanna want me for just sit down and say I need to go after and wait and don't catch her. Pantif? No. Tiffy, jankoliko akata ole. Ivona kisoya, tiffy, jankoliko kata ole. I say don't catch her so as Tifuman. Nothing not they stop me for continue for the call and Tifuman. It thief like mink. It thief past muscat. You see, under the law, they get something we then call the mens rea actus reus. That is, you know, the mindset where you mean in. If you really mean for act like a criminal. Hey, bo. Somebody, the law say, anything they do in the name of Freetown City Council. Once you get for do with bank account, at the chief administrator for do. If you know me get bad mind, why you hide her from the chief administrator? Why you go open bank account separate? And the letter where you write, now pantap Freetown City Council letterhead. You know write as a private mayor letterhead, open secret bank account too. No. You know write as a private Yvonne Akisoya. No. You write say Freetown City Council letterhead. Now you use. So I mean to say you're supposed to obey the Freetown City Council laws. But you secretly do them because you mind me plan them. Say what you they do. You self no say what you they do is wrong, it they against the law, but you plan her. Then call Tiffy, Jankoliko, Kata Ole. This is woman that Tifuman. I'm sorry. No way not the first talk any other way pass for call and so. Unlike in way call me RUF, we not to RUF. In a Tifuman. If on a Kisoya na Tifuman. The next issue today Instead back now another quick brief one. It gets for do with these PPRC objections. I'll not take my time yet and tell you now about the different objections, the one they were win, the one they were not win. But I want to assure you one thing. Me, Sylvia Blyden, I not intend for take any more legal steps in the process of fighting for the APC. Because it is very clear that Anes by Kuruma, Usmani Yansane, Elizabeth Mans, by Mahmoud, all of these people in the jihadist movement, then they work in consonance with the status quo, that is the regime, the current regime in power, for keep them in position so that they will be in charge of the APC. If we now look from 2019 to now, 2022, the greatest beneficiary from all the delays, court case, Anes by Kuruma. Because for as long as the case then they delay, Anes by Kuruma continues to be in charge of the APC. For as long as Anes by Kuruma is in charge of the APC, Anes by Kuruma has a shield where they protect them, where they use for reassure the regime that for as long as he's in charge of the APC, let them relax no more. That in money laundering case, that in criminal corruption cases them, make them just relax and let them left the APC game. It go muzzle the APC for them. And they happen. So going to any step you take, because when you look at the PPRC then ruling, like for example, I'll give one example. The PPRC give a ruling where they say they're okay for make one whole constituency day. The APC members the way they know they meet themselves for 3 years. They know they meet themselves. As long as the executive they meet, that is fine. Can you imagine? So if me in a constituency now, and they meet me company APC people, they will not get APC party meeting as ordinary members at the constituency. How will they know we safe? When you reach the terminal for elect, we executives them. How we gonna know that for elect? How we gonna know who that's effective, who that's not effective? But PPRC support Anes by Kuruma them pan that because that is what they want. So the party doesn't meet, and when the party not meet, the party not they grow. The other, still on that same angle, the PPRC okay for Usman for the Yansane as Secretary General, for be the one for decide when they for call party meeting now all the constituencies in this country. The PPRC say they're okay with that. So for now, as it is, PPRC say Usman for the Yansane as Secretary General, now for decide when for call party meeting, who's side for call party meeting, and even up to who's place for call party meeting. Can you imagine? This is what PPRC say. How party go grow? If na free tongue they dictate for Kabbalah, if na free tongue they dictate for Kareni, if na free tongue they dictate for Kisiteng, if na free tongue they dictate for Zimi, come on, the party not go grow. So by right, I for automatically don't object and move for me then squash that decision there. But I'm not saying that a complete waste of time because this regime, they in consonance with Anes by Kuruma and in jihadist Kabuduro. This regime, they in perfect consonance with Anes by Kuruma, Usman Fode Yansane, Elizabeth Mans, this Abubakar Fofana, the magician, these people, this regime is in perfect consonance with these people. They are working together. So going to court, going to PPRC, what make her win them on the youth age side? That because then the law so sacred, the law so sacrosanct, they're not able to balance that one day. But so many other issues then they, where I mean expect say PPRC, me suppose for grant and for the good of this party, Because those clauses are what we call anti-growth clauses. These are anti-growth clauses where they make the APC party not they grow. But the PPRC is very content for keep them clause then they in place. Because it works for the status quo. The current SLPP regime, it works perfectly for them. So whether they go waste me time, they go file for the appeals, file for the effort. The best now we have to do is work internally. And before I round up this broadcast, make a warn on all na the APC. And as by Kamara, they're not sincere one bit. I don't tell you na tire. Some of you get for bet on a finger, blood on a no see and they. And they warn you now. They're not sincere na the executive day. They all don't sell out. A lot of waiting they happen now, una they slow for pickup. Of course, me don't see far, me don't know waiting they gone. Una they slow for pickup the sellout where they happen inside the party. It's very sad for watch, especially when I know how much some of una genuinely want this party for grow. Pekka tell una if and as by Kamara them in genuine. The test they were God produced for we recently inside the last 1 month. We unfortunately lost one of we members of parliament. So there should be a by-election at the constituency in Akoya. These are the moments where them for sure we say they genuinely want change. They genuinely no want selection anymore. Everything is now election. They're not going to wait anymore now say the constitution for coming to force. No. This not the moment where them for don't say the person where they give the symbol for be the person where the people then they elect. But they don't do election. They refuse to do election. This is a sign to una for let una know say they are not sincere. Because they mean sincere, then genuinely want for move with the new thinking of election before they give symbol. Believe you me, whosoever na the person where the party for give symbol, believe you me, that person, they may for take the opportunity say, we are going to elect that person where they give symbol. But again, fellow comrades, on again for think. How many people them get membership cards inside the APC? Because when you look at issues now, the only people that will elect are the one that will get membership cards. How many people in Akoya, at that constituency, they will get membership cards? And then I think about and extend them all across the country. Like me, of course, I get membership card. Till 2025, fully paid up. Because I can pay in advance. I need a delay for pay. So I don't pay for 3 years first in advance. I'm going to carry with them bell full talk. Say, oh, Sylvia, they can't pull on a APC. And Escoma force, una de able pull an Escoma force before na able pull me. Let's tell you that. And Escoma, una de able pull and force na APC before na able pull Sylvia Blyden. This na a challenge what the truth owner. At si don't by myself. As si don't king, nobody na able pull me inside APC. Una forget that side. And Escoma when na some of una God. Una they able pull and force easy one before na able pull Sylvia Blyden. So that thought say una they go and talk with they can't pull an APC with no nonsense. But the fact remains that not to all man fully paid up, not to all man get membership cards. So this is not the other next challenge where they come up for we as a party. Because the constitution say that members then they elect. So on that note there, I think if the members then they elect, and if people do not get membership cards, then we don't come back to selection. Because if the only people that will get membership cards in Koya, for example, are the people then where Usman Fode Yansane and Esbai Koma, then Jihadis Kabudu Wangi cards, then a selection automatically. So even if them in conduct election na Koya, forget the symbol, it mean for still be their own people that will get membership cards, that they mean for go vote. So it come back again to selection. Fellow comrades, I hope they see what they explain. The only people them we don't benefit in the last 3 years out of these prolonged court cases. And it's by Kamara and the jihadists. Because in the last 3 years, they don't ensure not only their own people then they give party cards, very few other people then they manage for scrape through and get party cards. And most dangerous of all, now this I go round up the broadcast with tonight, most dangerous of all, a lot of SLPP people them, all APC party cards right now. I can go now one example, Sahid Vandi, he's a journalist with an SLPP man. They bluffed me the other day, he get APC party card. I was shocked. Said, what's how you pull APC party card? He laugh. So we have cases like those. And then at the same time, you get genuine APC people then, they're not able to get party cards. So how can you say that Anes by Kamara not the benefit from the chaos within inside the party? And if I don't say this man the benefit from the chaos, continuing to prolong cases in court, it prolong the man in benefits. So that is why, ladies and gentlemen, even though I vehemently oppose a lot of the rulings at the PPRC, I don't take a decision saying I am not going to go any further for clean up the APC party more than how I don't clean up already. Because God knows if I'm not in there around, a lot of the success themselves will get if I'm not in there around, God knows who's side the party me for day by now. So I get a lot of successes, but the things they were not able to get the PPRC for change, I will never go further for push for them. Because it delay the process, and the only person where they benefit from this delay, now Anes by Kamara and the status quo, which is the SIPP status quo. So that is the reason why I have decided that I am not going to pursue any more PPRC action. Let God be the one now for do divine intervention if he really likes Sierra Leone. Let God make a divine intervention at the APC so that the APC can now once again be a formidable democratic opposition. And if possible, move from being the democratic opposition to becoming the next government. But any attempt for use the physical now, a waste of time. Only divine intervention now, not the way forward. For a democracy and for a country. So on that note, I will end tonight's broadcast, as I can always do, with the tune of the national anthem. And the reason why I can play the tune of the national anthem is simple. I can want make as the tune they play, make with they reflect in our minds about the words they work and they sing, or they sing about the land that we love, our Sierra Leone. May God bless we all. Amen.